President Biden traveled to Florida today, speaking about the need to strengthen Social Security and Medicare.
During remarks in Wisconsin yesterday, he said he would block any attempts to slash those programs. Multiple GOP lawmakers heckled the president during the State of the Union when he referenced a proposal by Florida Republican Senator Rick Scott to require the programs be reauthorized every 5 years.
CBS News political director Finn Gomez joins us now. He was also listening in to the president's speech. Finn, I'm sure for you as well, a lot of these comments about trickle-down economics doesn't work. When you're worried about relatives who are sick, these things keep you up at night. Probably familiar to you as well. But just connect the dots for us. How does this play into President Biden effectively laying the groundwork for his re-election bid and trying to, I guess, soak up some of this post-State of the Union positivity?
Yeah, Errol, following his State of the Union address a couple of days ago, the president and the vice president and some of his top members of cabinet are blitzing, going across the country to take this momentum and post-speech and to address it directly to the voters, to the folks they represent. Why Florida? Why Wisconsin, where he was yesterday? These are big battleground states, Errol, as you know. Florida has very rich electoral votes there, 30 votes there total. It's been typically a purple state, a swing state, even though recently it has trended to the right. And of course, but by being there, he's also talking to senior voters. Florida has a high percentage of 55 and older voters. He's there to defend Social Security and Medicare. He's trying to use that issue like he did on the night of this State of the Union. He's using Medicare and Social Security, that issue, to drive a wedge between the Republican lawmakers and this base of older voters that you find in Florida. Wisconsin, of course, is also a battleground state. The president barely won, less than 1 percentage point against former President Donald Trump in the 2020 election. It is a key battleground state. The vice president was in Georgia just yesterday, of course, which is also, as everyone knows, a very key swing state, battleground state as well.
Well, Finn, as you're talking about former President Donald Trump, we have some news that Meta has restored his Facebook and Instagram pages. Right. He had been suspended for 2 years following the January 6th insurrection. How might all of this impact Trump's run for president?
That's a great question. Yeah, Meta, as you said, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, has said publicly, this is by reporting from our own Musaddiq Bidar, that they are allowing, after reviewing this case, they are allowing the former president back on those social media platforms that had very large audiences. The significance of this is twofold. One, the 2-year suspension was in the aftermath of January 6th. Of course, Twitter was the other social media platform that also banned him initially, banned former President Trump. Now, both Twitter and Instagram and Facebook are all allowing the former president back on. He is using his social media platform. He's using Truth Social. That's the one he says he's invested in. That's his site. However, the importance of Twitter is that, and Facebook, and Instagram, is he can start utilizing these platforms for fundraising, which is key. And it's, again, hits a key demographic for the Republican base to reach out to them that helps the Trump campaign. So that's one component of significance. This is according to sources close to Trump and his campaign.
That's right. I mean, even when Elon Musk let him back on Twitter, the president has yet to tweet from that account because he wants the attention on his own platforms. Finn, a busy man. I know someone's phone is always ringing here at CBS News.
It's Ken's.
It's Ken's. Okay.
It's not my phone. It's Ken's. But
I want to quickly ask
it's a good ring, at least.
Look, there's a lot of information happening around us right now, so of course the phone is going to ring. A super PAC aligned with Georgia Governor Kemp released a video yesterday, or I should say today, highlighting his economic policies. What are the chances he mounts a 2024 bid?
So there's been a lot of discussion lately of a potential run by the current governor of Georgia. Of course, as we mentioned, Errol, Georgia is, the Peach State is a battleground state. It was a key one in the last cycle. It's going to be a big one in this upcoming presidential cycle. It is the purple state. They're in Arizona, like the purple states, right? He is interesting to a lot within the Republican Party, I've been told, because he went up against former President Donald Trump in the aftermath of the 2020 election, stood up to him when he alleged some interference in that election, in those results. But he also took on the Trump-backed candidate in the primary for the gubernatorial primary and won decisively. He is also someone who's won in the general election the last 2 cycles. Georgia's also has a strong economy. All these things are generating some talk within the Republican Party and really having a fresh look at this governor. And in this PAC specifically, it's a federal super PAC. If you look at the video, it has this very Reagan-esque, like shining city on the hill imagery of everyday Georgians like doing their thing, and in Georgia, and of course Governor Kemp with his family. It just evokes this sense of a potential presidential contender.
Yeah, we're seeing some of that footage right now. And also interesting, you got former U.S. ambassador to the UN under Trump, Nikki Haley, prepping to announce her candidacy as well soon. So that's
right. On the 15th in South Carolina, a lot of activities revving up, Errol. A lot of activity.
Well, more phone calls to make. Finn Gomez, thanks very much for chatting with us today. Great to see you.